there was this copywriter who was like the fucking goat for copywriting. So Michael Masterson, you can still find this video on YouTube actually. Just YouTube search like Michael Masterson, the rule of one. And it's a bit of a long speech, but he basically boils down all of his lessons from all of his decades being a copywriter to like one core principle. And the idea is that a good ad follows what he refers to as the rule of one. So it follows one idea, one story, one promise, one emotion, and one call to action. What this also prevents happening is having like a Frankenstein ad, which is like you have this ad, but it's like all these kind of different ideas and you got these different stories and you're trying to mash them together. And as the reader reads it or listens to it, if it's a video, it's very uncohesive and their brain's just jumping around. We want to focus on like one idea, one story, one promise, one emotion, one call to action. And the way that I like to think about the idea is like a point that you wrote down in the custom avatar. So remember that diagram before.
Yeah.
So
relying on word of mouth.
Yeah, exactly. So the idea here, this would be like, let's say this is ad one, is like relying on word of mouth. Now story, there's a couple of different ways you can do this. One is you can talk through a case study. That's a really, really good one. Another one is you speak to what that person is experiencing. And so you basically talk through the ad like, you know, you wake up every morning and just hoping one of your customers told a friend they know about you and that person decided. Like as the person's reading it, they're going, yeah, that's fucking exactly what I experienced. Now this link ties really, really well. Could you remember what principle this might tie with? Meet them where they're at.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
So like you want to repeat back a story, like your goal with your ads, and I've said this maybe a couple times already over the last couple of hours, is like you want to repeat back what's going through their head, the stories that they're telling themselves, and go, so that they go, how the fuck are you reading my mind? I'll give you a perfect example actually, because this is recent. So me and Aiden now that we're filming, or we film our ads, we have to think constantly what's going through our prospect's head. And we're at a very unique position where we've spent so much money on ads for the last year and a half that pretty much everyone in the fucking country has seen our ads. Like, that is a business owner at least. And even people that aren't fucking business owners, because we spend that much money. Andromeda was like, fuck, who else is here? And so now we have to think of ads that are addressing people that are business owners, and they pretty much agree with everything that I say except for one thing. So they agree that they need more leads, they agree that they need more qualified leads, they agree that agencies generally haven't worked for them. There's just like one thing that like hasn't got them over the fence. And so I didn't tell you, but like the best performing ad from that batch we filmed last week was the one that was like, you've been sitting on the fence for fucking months, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because
my one is you're stuttering on camera every time you turn it on, aren't you?
Yep.
And a lot of people come to like say I saw that ad where you're stuttering and I'm like, yeah, that's literally me on the camera.
Yep. Exactly right. Yeah. And so you repeat back their internal monologue. Yeah. Dude, it got like a cost per schedule. It's a very small sample size of data, but it got a cost per schedule for like $20 last night. Our usual was like for the last month in March, it's been like $700.
Oh, yeah.
Again, small sample size of data, but like great indicator. Like,
is that like a kind of moment where would be going viral organically and then it's complemented by Andromeda to push to the right people quicker?
Kind of. Like, because Facebook's just really, really good at predicting like, all right, Brandon's talking about you've been sitting on the fence for months.
Yeah.
This cunt's seen this ad so many times. Try it. And then the person reads like, yeah, you're fucking right. Right? And then one promise, right? So this is generally speaking, like the outcome, right? So what would the promise be for one of your ads?
One of the promises? Get more confident on camera.
Yeah, so like confidence on camera.
Confidence on camera and not have to rely on word of mouth. Be able to get inquiries while you sleep, whilst the digital world finds, the digital people find you.
Yep. And then emotion, like pretty simple. We just want to focus on one.
One would be, I mean, the biggest one that people say is they want to buy their time back.
So like less stress.
Yeah, less stress or more freedom.
Now the emotion, I'm going to talk about how you can use the rule of one as a filter to look at winning ads and go, all right, what were the ideas here? So like less stress. What you'll generally find with emotions for ads is, I get asked this question all the time, like, is it better to lean into more positive or more negative emotions? The correct answer is like, fucking try both and then Andromeda will figure it out.
Yeah. But realistically, I've seen more negative.
It depends on industry. So generally speaking, in my experience and my sample size of data, more negative emotions work better for business owners. I think because we're more fucking skeptical, been burnt enough times, had like enough negative experiences.
What industry would be a positive one?
I think fitness it works quite well. I've been told fitness it works quite well.
I mean, if you're trying to fat shame in your ads, you're not going to go far. It'll work.
Well, again, dials not switches. Everything will work to a degree.
Fuck around, find out.
Yeah, fuck around, find out. Like the other point that I'll make with ads is like, you want to avoid thinking, and this is supported by like one of my principles and links to it. You want to avoid thinking, I don't know if this ad will do very well, because you had to remember the law of large numbers. I'm gonna write that down because it's so fucking important. Law of large numbers. You have to remember your opinion on the ad is just a sample size of 1. So the number of times where like me and Aiden have filmed like, I don't know, 30 ads, and I've been like, I reckon this one's gonna rip. I've been wrong like 99% of the time. Like the other 99% of the time, well, the 99% of the time, it's the ad where I'm like, how the fuck did that one work?
Well, it's the same with the organic stuff. Every time there's been a sample of 30 and the client goes, I really need them to look like this. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. They're probably not going to work.
Yeah.
99% of them don't. And the one random one we make on a whim
does
the best.
Yep.
And we're like,
it's just
more of those.
So stupid, right?
And then when we do more of those, some of them still bomb. And it's just like, okay, still the sample size is getting bigger. And then over time, we'll get to the point where I'm like, oh, it's that specific thing that works the best. And then you let it rip eventually, and then put it as an ad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's another point I'll make to that as well, which I will make in a moment. And then finally is like the one call to action. So what you want to not do is say something like, and to make your inquiry, click below to learn more, or DM us, or email us here, or like just say like click below to learn more. It is always click below to learn more.